everyone. So July is about to end, and today I'm going to share 4 amazing movies that I watched this month that you should totally check out. So the first movie I'm going to recommend you today, I'm sure you have watched its edit at least somewhere on your social media. The movie is K-pop Demon Hunter, and trust me when I say this, it is a good movie. At first I thought it's going to be just like some silly movie which would be making fun of Korean culture and K-pop culture and fans and their light sticks like that, because it happens a lot. I watched this movie and oh my god, this movie was an experience, especially if you are anywhere interested in K-pop, K-drama, Korean culture, or any of those things. The movie is available on Netflix. The story, I don't want to give you a lot of spoilers. It's a very simple story, but the execution is so good. People who have done the voiceover, at least in the English version, have done a commendable job. And like Bollywood movies, they have stories and they have music in between. It's exactly like that. And all the music is so good. I love Golden, Takedown, and I'll Be Your Idol. Like, all the songs are so good, and the movie doesn't feel like Americanized version of Korea. It's made in Korea only, so it has lots of cultural references in it. You will get it if you are into K-drama or K-pop scene. The second movie recommendation I have for you is 500 Days of Summer. It has romance, it has comedy, but it's still not a rom-com, the typical rom-com. It is more like a story of love more than a romantic story, but I still enjoyed it and I really liked it. I was totally hooked to the movie throughout. So the story is about a guy who is a hopeless romantic who meets this amazing girl, but she does not want to be in a relationship. They spend 1 year together and then they part ways. So the story starts from the breakup, and the guy reflects on his relationship and finally decides to move on. It's not a sad story. In fact, there is a lot of comedy in this. It's just not a typical romance story. Still highly recommended. I love it. 10 on 10. One last thing, the casting is so on point. And the next movie recommendation I have, which is Confessions of a Shopaholic. First half of the movie is very simple, very easy, but the second half of the movie is so good. So if you're planning to have a girls' night or something, you can totally add this movie in your list. So this movie covers a story of a girl, Rebecca Bloomwood. So Rebecca is a shopaholic and she is running out of money. So she accepts a job which was almost kind of her dream job, but quite not. She is juggling between her demanding new job and needs of her shopaholic self and the debt, and how the two collides and things get interesting. The first half of the movie is very chill, very easy, but the second half is so interesting. It's so happening. You would totally love it. The third movie is very interesting one. I finished watching it last night and it was so good. So this movie is actually really old. It's, I think, around 90s. It's a 90s movie. Name of the movie is The Breakfast Club, and this movie has been referred in so many movies, novels, and songs. This movie is set in one day of some high school student, and they are all for a detention. They all came together for detention. All this happens in just the first 5 minutes of the movie, and they have 8 hours of detention on a Saturday. There are like 5 students, and every student is so different from each other, and it's just so much fun. There is so much that happens in those 8 hours. This movie is about teenage angst and finding a place for yourself and understanding the imperfectness of your life and accepting it so that you can move forward. This movie, I think, was a little intense from the get-go only. It really reminded me of my school days. I am now graduated, and it really took me back to my high school days. It was so interesting. I didn't expect that. I don't really think about my school a lot, but it has that nostalgic school vibe. So yeah, highly recommended. The movies I watched this month are all like so good. It doesn't always happen with me. I also rewatched Fantastic Beast and Where to Find Them, which is also a good movie, but I think it's quite popular. The book I'm currently reading is Power of Subconscious Mind, and I've just started it. I've just read like 5 pages. A friend recommended this to me in college, who is not like a avid reader, and she said like she loved this book and she found the book mind blowing and stuff. So yeah, I have kind of high hopes from this book. So I'll be back to you guys with another recommendation video next week. Stay tuned, subscribe. Bye 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 bye.